What's up, my peeps? The prediction game videos for WrestleMania 30 continue now with Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker, a match you're going to see this Sunday. Will The Undertaker's undefeated streak continue at Mania this Sunday, or will it end? Personally, I think it's going to continue. Now, before I talk about it, would just like to address something or correct something I said in my Raw review results video. On Raw, Taker said that 21 men have tried to end the streak. But, you know, people like Triple H, Kane, and Shawn Michaels, they've tried more than once. So it's not, you know, so it wasn't 21 superstars attempting to break the streak. It was less than that. So what I did is I actually, you know, calculated, you know, Triple H, he challenged the streak 3 times, Shawn Michaels twice, Kane twice as well. So I said, alright, so that's 7 matches with guys that have, you know, challenged the streak, I mean, more than once. And then I just did 21 minus 7. And then I was like, alright, so that means 14 superstars challenged the Undertaker streak, not 21. But no, and somebody pointed out that in the comment section. And yeah, I was incorrect on that. It's not 14 superstars. It's not, you don't just take 21 minus 7 and you get the answer. No, it's actually 17 superstars that have challenged the Undertaker's streak. So just thought I'd correct that. Now, focusing on this match, you know, I'd say this is definitely like the easiest match to predict on the card. It's I definitely don't see Brock Lesnar winning this match. I see Taker winning, and that's so. I don't see any possibility of Brock winning this. For one, you know, Brock, it's not like he's there, you know, full time. He's there part time. He does a couple appearances and wrestles on the big pay-per-views. That's about it. So why would somebody part time, you know, get such a huge victory over the Undertaker, and something that's taken, you know, years to build? And by that, you know, I'm talking about the Undertaker streak. You know, for like, what would that do for Brock? I mean, of course, it gives him a huge victory, you know, beating the Undertaker streak, something that, you know, top stars haven't been able to do. Batista, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Big Show, but that's, you know, a while back, a long time ago. You know, numerous superstars have tried to end the streak. Nobody's been able to. I doubt, you know, Brock Lesnar would end the streak. I think the closest somebody's, you know, come to ending the streak was either Randy when he faced Taker, because back then he was a legend killer, and he beat pretty much every legend he faced off against. And he even had this t-shirt, you know, checking off every single legend that he beat. And I think they even released a t-shirt. I'm not sure if they released a t-shirt or if it was just for Randy, but he had a t-shirt where he even checked off the Undertaker before he even beat him, I believe, at WrestleMania 21. So yeah, like I was saying, I think Randy had like the biggest chance of beating Taker, and also maybe Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 26, possibly. But even then, I was like, you know, Taker's probably winning this. I know, you know, Shawn Michaels' career is on the line, and I think that was like the biggest thing on the line against Taker's streak. Because yeah, of course, Taker's faced off against, you know, the world champion before at WrestleMania, when he faced off against Batista, when he faced off against Edge. You know, the World Heavyweight Championship, it's a big prize, it's something big on the line. But, you know, it's not somebody's career on the line there. Yeah, now, in going into both the match with Edge and Batista, more so with Edge, I was like, alright, you know, Taker's gonna beat Edge and become the new champion, that's cool. But when it came to, like, The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, it was Shawn Michaels' career, so, and there was no indication at that time that, like, Shawn Michaels had plans of retiring, or that he was gonna quit, or something like that. As far as I remember, there were no rumors that HBK was going to lose and retire. So, you know, I feel that Taker versus Randy, Taker versus Shawn Michaels, and also maybe Taker versus Triple H at WrestleMania 29, going into that match, by the way, or actually, my bad, WrestleMania 28, going into that match, the Hell in a Cell match with Triple H, I was like, alright, Taker's gonna win this one, you know, the rematch. But the moment where I thought maybe Taker's streak was gonna end was when Shawn Michaels hit the super kick and Triple H followed that up right away with the pedigree. At that moment, I thought the streak might be over, but Taker kicked out. So, all ended well. Anyways, so yeah, you know, right now, this Taker versus Brock, I don't see Brock winning this at all. You know, I'd say even CM Punk last year had a bigger chance at ending the streak than Brock has this year. I will say, though, they did a good job with the video package, where the video package that showed Brock Lesnar destroying the Undertaker's opponents at WrestleMania. They show Brock beating up Mark Henry, who faced Taker in a casket match. Showed him, you know, beating up Triple H, Shawn Michaels, all these superstars that Taker struggled to beat at WrestleMania. And in the video, they pretty much showed Brock Lesnar just destroying them. So I thought that was well done. It was a cool way to, you know, I guess, have Paul Heyman demonstrate that, hey, you might have had a hard time beating these guys at WrestleMania. You just barely won. On the other hand, you know, Brock Lesnar here just destroyed these guys. But, like I said, I mean, I really can't think of any reason why Brock would win this. So, when it comes to this match, instead of, you know, I guess questioning myself or asking myself, hey, who wins this match? I'm asking myself instead, you know, what happens in this match? You know, how many F5s is Brock going to deliver? Or how many F5s is Taker going to kick out of? Because I'm sure Brock is going to deliver at least one F5 and, you know, lock on at least one Kimura lock. So, you know, I want to see how many F5s is Taker going to kick out of, or how many times he's going to get out of the Kimura lock. If Brock even locks it in. I don't think he's done it. He hasn't done it, I believe, in a while, has he? Actually, he might have done it to Mark Henry, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, he did actually did it to it. Yeah, he did it to Mark Henry, so he did it about a month back or so. And Brock, as far as Brock Lesnar goes, how many Tombstone pile drivers is Brock gonna kick out of? I'm thinking he kicks out of one Tombstone, but I think maybe Taker's gonna kick out of like 2 F5s. I think Brock's really gonna dish out the punishment, and also, you know, take it by kicking out of one Tombstone, but then second Tombstone, I think that's when Taker wins. That's actually if Taker wins by Tombstone, of course. He could win by locking on the Hell's Gate. Who knows? Now, or actually, maybe instead of 2 F5s, he just locks in the Kimura lock, you know, a bunch of times. And also, I definitely think Paul Heyman is going to interfere at some point in the match. I mean, of course, he's going to be at ringside. We all know that. I doubt Paul Heyman's not going to be at ringside. And if Paul Heyman's at ringside, he's bound to interfere. But what's Paul Heyman going to do? Is he just going to get on the apron, distract Taker? Taker turns around at 5. So it's going to be interesting to see. But, you know, I will say, though, the feud or the build to this match, it hasn't been as good as the past couple of years. I think the build to Taker versus CM Punk, Taker versus Shawn Michaels, of course, definitely, or Taker versus Triple H, I think the build to those was much better. The segments leading up to the match, you know, on Raw, SmackDown, or actually on Raw, I don't think Taker appeared on SmackDown, or didn't appear on SmackDown much, you know, when he was feuding with Shawn Michaels or Triple H or CM Punk going into their match at WrestleMania. This build, although Taker's appeared on Main Event and stuff, it's just been pretty disappointing as far as what they've done between Brock and Lesnar. I mean, the first segment, you know, when Brock, I guess, won him a match for the championship and they weren't going to sign the, I think they were calling it the open contract, so he can face anybody he wants at WrestleMania. And then Taker appears, chokeslams Brock through the table. I thought that was cool. That was a cool way to start it off. But then after that, it was, like I said, it was disappointing. I mean, you had Taker talk on the mic, you know, sending a message to Brock through Paul Heyman. And he got the advantage over Brock on that episode where he clotheslined him out of the ring and Brock just fell on top of the casket. That segment to me was, I was expecting more out of that segment when Taker wasn't in the casket in the beginning, but then, you know, all of a sudden Taker appears out of the casket. I don't know, I was expecting more from that segment because it was the closing segment of the show. So when it just ended with Taker just clotheslining him out of the ring and he just fell on the casket and just, you know, fell off of that, I was left disappointed with the end of Raw. And, you know, it was just this week where Brock finally got the advantage and took Taker out, winning at 5. But despite all that, Taker's matches at WrestleMania the past couple of years have been great. He's always delivered. So I'm looking forward to Taker versus Brock Lesnar this Sunday. And I'm sticking with my pick of Taker winning this. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you can click that like button down below. I'd really appreciate it. And I'm out. See you guys.